For many technology firms, analyst relations is little more than trying to influence how the company ends up on the analyst quadrant, wave, matrix, or whatever other tool du jour the analyst firms use to pit one vendor against another. Obviously, effective analyst relations needs to go much deeper than that. One key area of analyst relations that, as a former Aberdeen analyst that sat through hundreds of these, most technology companies get wrong is the analyst briefing. Here are a couple of thoughts on how you can make your analyst briefings more memorable in the right way. First and foremost, you want to treat your analyst briefings and treat all of them like you would a $1 million sales call. That means from the very beginning through the preparation through the end of the call, treat it as if you were talking to one of your key prospects for your next big deal. The second point is to over-prepare. And what I mean by that is to understand the ground rules of the briefing, understand the time requirements, and understand what the briefing is all about. Make sure you bring the right people to the dance. If it's a technology briefing, bring your CTO. If it's more of a marketing orientation, your CMO earns the spot. If it's a company overview, it's either your CEO or it could very well be a team of people that you bring to the analyst briefing. Make sure that you test the technology, especially if you're going to do a remote briefing. There's nothing that shows that you're unprepared more than spending the first 15 minutes of an analyst briefing worrying about making sure that the technology works, making sure that your slideshow is in place, making sure that the analyst can hear right or can see your information over the web. Number 3, you want to make it a two-way briefing, especially if you're dealing with remote briefings over the phone or over the web. You want to build in question breaks for the analyst so that you can ask the analyst what their opinion is of what you've just presented or keep them engaged. It also helps avoid the dreaded multitasking that many analysts get involved in, especially in remote briefings. The next point almost goes without saying, but you need to be honest with the analysts. Analysts are trained from day one, and the good ones are really good at seeing past the vendor pitch. If your product or service is missing a key feature or function, you can better believe that the analyst has already heard about this from either one of your customers or prospects or one of your competitors. If you address it up front and let the analyst know that you understand that there is a key feature here perhaps that's missing and how you're going to address that in the market, you'll score big points with the analyst during the briefing process. Last but not least, make sure you follow up on any action items that come out of the briefing. Make sure you have a list of customer references ready for the analyst because they will ask for them, and make sure any action items that come out of the briefing are handled effectively. Follow these tips and you should be able to take your analyst briefings to the next level of performance.